Beginning, a terrible middle, and definitely a terrible end.
All right, Dean. So what we're gonna do here now is remove this.
Yes, we're going to take this old flashing piece out. We're going to work the shingles up to where we can get it out without destroying the shingles. We do have like 5 shingles that we can use if we need to, if we damage any of the shingles. But we got to get this old flashing piece out, get the new flashing piece in. He's absolutely had water damage down inside of here. The ceiling support has got a ton of rust in it. So this is a bad situation that we're gonna make right. Okay, down in here this is our attic insulation shield. You can see all the rust that's built up down in here. It's been getting a lot of water down in here over the years. This box basically keeps the insulation from touching the pipe. This maintains our 2-inch clearance. And then the double wall is going to start from here up all the way through the roof line. All right. Well, we got the old box out, the ceiling support, and we got the new ceiling support in. We're getting ready to secure that to the wood framing that's inside the attic. Well, we got the flashing piece on. Haven't got it nailed down yet. I want to get the pipe in there so that I know exactly where my flashing piece is going to go. And then once I get my flashing piece right where I want it, I'll nail that down, and then I'm going to piece my shingles back in around that. Okay, we're going to go ahead and slide our Class A chimney section down in there and lock it into the starter piece. This is going to slide through the flashing. Set it right down onto the top of the starter piece. Make sure it's seated properly, and then twist lock it into place. And that's all there is to it. Now this is our finished chimney section. Now that I got this piece in, I know exactly where to put my flashing piece, and I'm going to get that secured and get the shingles back around that. And then we're ready to put the storm collar and the cap on.
Great. All right, Dean. What do we got going on now?
Well, now we're putting the shingle caps back on the ridge here. We've got the flashing piece in. We got it nailed down. We've got the flashing back up underneath the existing shingles. Now we're just running our caps back up the ridge to make this watertight. All right, well, we've gotten all the shingle caps laid. Everything's buttoned up nice and tight. Now we're ready to put the storm collar on. And the storm collar is just a piece of metal that keeps any water from getting down into the flashing here. So the storm collar goes around the chimney like this. And then we secure it. Bending over this tab here. And that's it.
Now, will you lay a...
We're going to run a bead of caulk around there at a later point, but that's what keeps the water from getting down in between the flashing and the stovepipe here.
All right, Dean. What are we ready for now?
All right, now we're ready for the finishing touches. We're ready for the chimney cap.
Here you go there, buddy.
There it is. This is also a twist lock design. Right here is this groove. It goes around this ring. These little notches in here will actually lock it in place. So you slide this on just like that, make sure everything is lined up, and then just twist lock it right into place. That's all there is to it. That'll keep the critters out, that'll keep the rain out, and that also acts as a spark arrestor.
All right, Dean. We're just on the roof. Come down here. We're looking at the stove. What are we looking at up here now?
Okay, this is what our finished product's going to look like. Obviously, it's not secured yet, but it will be securely fastened in there. That right there, that piece is what holds the weight of the chimney from there up. And from here up, it's double wall. From here down, it's single wall. So now all we got to do is secure that in there to the wood framing, and we're ready to proceed from there.
All right, Dean. We have got the top done at this point. Where we stand now?
Okay, well now we have to put on our trim collar around our ceiling support. This will actually go up in place up here around the ceiling support, and that'll make like it'll make a decorative finish around our trim collar there. All right. Then the next step would be to install our slip lock connector. Now this actually will go right up inside of that. This is designed to connect to the ceiling thimble, and this gives you 12 inches of leeway, so you don't have to have exactly the proper length of stovepipe.
So real quick then, Dean, we got a lot of customers that call in. Just say, let's say that they didn't need the top of the chimney done. They just want to replace the stovepipe. A lot of callers call in and they ask about. They have 2 foot of stovepipe. They having trouble taking this and fitting it all together because it's 2 foot and there's no leeway between the 2 foot. And they ask how we put this stovepipe together. Is this what you use?
Yeah, this is absolutely what you would use. This eliminates the need for exact measurements. This eliminates the need for prying the pieces in there and trying to get them to fit in there, because the stovepipe actually slides inside of this. Let me give you a little demonstration. This piece connects up to the ceiling thimble.
Is that what these are for?
Yep, that's what these little notches are for. They snap right in place up there. And then when you put your stovepipe in, this actually slides up onto that.
Oh, so this gives you the leeway.
That gives you the leeway that you need, so you don't have to force it or fight with it.
Very interesting. Let's put this on for the people.
Now we can raise this up to where we need it.
Wow, that's nice. Needs to come over to.
We got our slip lock connector here connected to our ceiling thimble. We've got it locked in place. We've got our T in place, and we've got it connected to our stovepipe, which is connected to the stove. This is a complete finished system right here. We're going to put a trim collar on the top, just to give it a little bit of a decorative touch.
All right, Dean, this is our finished product, it looks like. Why don't you tell the people a little bit about some safety tips and what we got here?
Basically what we got here is a old buck stove, good shape, nice stove, going to put off a lot of heat. We got single wall black stovepipe because we have the clearances for it. Going into our ceiling thimble through the roof is double wall Class A chimney system, stainless steel, with a chimney cap, flashing, complete. This stove needs to be maintained proper clearances to any combustibles. In this case, we're good. We're all lined with brick through here, so we got good clearances here, nice and safe.
So I think we're about an 18-inch to combustibles on single wall.
Yep.
And I think that cuts in half with double wall.
Yes.
What about the doors themselves? Any maintenance tips for the homeowners?
Yeah, maintenance tips as far as the door goes would be your gaskets. These gaskets right here wear out over time. These can be bought at chimneycricket.com. Yeah, the gaskets basically keep the smoke from leaking out around the doors. If you do start noticing smoke leaking out around the doors, that's a sure sign that your gaskets need to be replaced.
Or if you're going through wood rather quickly.
Very quickly. These are supposed to be airtight, sealed up nice and tight so that they burn hotter, burn longer, produce more heat, and more efficiency.
So we got stovepipe install, the parts, whatever you need, we have it at chimneycricket.com.